And summertime is here, everybody. Well, it's not officially summer yet, but it's time to start acting like it's summertime for the fish. That means starting to go a little bit deeper, offering different presentations, maybe fishing at night. So let's talk about Northeast Ohio mosquito right now. Deep weed edges for the walleye. There's going to be walleye hanging out there deeper too. Don't go super deep yet. Fish the weed edges, the outside of the weed edges. They're not going to be inside the weeds right now, except for at twilight, early morning. That's going to be it before they move back out deeper. But deeper weed edges, that first drop off. If you can find that nice little ledge, 1 to 2 foot drop, just a little distinction right there in the teens, low teens. It's going to be a hot spot for walleye right now. You might even want to, try a little deeper, but don't go too deep. Get into night trolling too. Night trolling can be really hot. Go a little bit slower than you would. Stick with your shallow or diving stick baits. Don't go with the flicker shad. Still go with the stick bait, something a little bit bigger. Bass, they're in the weeds. Mosquitoes become an excellent bass fishery since it became a weed fishery there. Berlin, time to switch over to crawler harnesses. You're going to catch a million channel cats, but they're fun too. A lot of people turn up their noses at channel catfish. I personally find little catfish to be delicious. Just got to clean them, ice them. Ice your fish. It's summertime. Ice your fish. Don't be serving rotten fish to everybody. Ice those fish. Southeast Ohio, I've been doing a lot of musky fishing. Starting to get pretty hot. High water temperatures. I kind of like to give musky a break during July and August just because of, they're a real fragile fish for being the apex predator they are. I mean, if I want to get up maybe in August, maybe August 3rd, I'll get a inkling and I'll want to go out for a couple hours in the morning. But if you go out musky fishing, they're moving a little bit deeper. They're not in the bays anymore. But if you do decide to go musky fishing, try to get them back in quick. Don't play around with them. They're really fragile, especially because we're on the southern edge of their natural habitat range. But muskies are definitely moving deeper. I won't be hitting them again until September, like I said, unless I get an itch, which I just might. They're my favorite fish. Sauger, Atwood, Buckeye. Sauger is starting to spread out now. Not all of them are going to be shallow. Thing is with Sauger, you got to remember they're half walleye, half Sauger. So during the summer months, they really space out. So find yourself a pot of them and stick with them. Try to pluck them all off. But some of the bigger ones are still going to be cruising real shallow, but it's kind of hard to get into them because they're going to mix it up all over the place. Buckeye's putting out a few limits right now, so Buckeye's a really good choice. Ohio River, mixed bags. I mean, now's a good time to explore the Ohio River, actually, during the summer. What are you going to go down there and catch? You don't know, I don't know. Could be a paddlefish, could be a flathead, could be a blue. Pennsylvania has started a few years ago, because there aren't too many blues up in the eastern part of the Ohio. Pennsylvania started reintroducing blue several years ago, so hopefully we'll look up to them picking back up. I personally never caught a blue cat, but they started stocking them. Ohio did, and a lot of reservoirs around us, which do go into the Ohio, including the Mahoning, the Muskingum. So we're going to look forward to some more blues over the next decade, really improving in the eastern part of the Ohio River. Flatheads are about ready to go into spawn. If you missed a pre-spawn bite, which I did, I'm not really much of a catfish guy, but I'd like to get into it more. They're going to be getting into their spawn here, and they are a den spawner. Really hard to catch during the spawn. Blues, I don't know. Never really targeted them, never caught one. But, this time of the year, catfishing, having a couple brews by the lake, at the campsite, throwing some catfish rods out, or targeting them seriously. A lot of guys are into trolling for them. Now's the time of the year. Get out and have some fun catfishing. Get out of the sun. Keep some channel cats under 5 pounds. Those are the tasty ones. I like them right in 2 to 3 pounds. You don't got to do anything special with them. You fillet them like a regular fish. I don't know, everybody, you got to nail them through the head to a tree and skin them. Fillet them like any regular fish. Real easy to clean. A tip, snip those spikes off. The top and 2 spikes, and that way they'll actually lay flat on the board. So I explored Alum Creek 2 weeks ago. Never made a video. We were just exploring the lake, did a camping trip. It was during that 90-degree week-long spell. Oh, it was hot. But caught my PB saugeye there, actually, and that was shallow. That was 5 foot at night, 21-inch saugeye. Really cool fishery. I'd like to get back there again. Maybe early spring next year. I'll plan another weekend trip there. Really cool lake to check out. But all those lakes, even Alum Creek, has been getting blue cats over the last few years. So we got a lot to look forward to for some big predator giant fish in all of our reservoirs over the next decade. Seneca and Hoover. Hoover's been getting them the longest. I think Seneca is on year 5 or 6 of stocking now, and they're starting to pull a few 20-pounders out of there. So Seneca Lake might be a lake worth checking out also. Lake Erie, I mean, just hammering the walleye. Deep, shallow, you know, some guys are running out miles and miles out to that 50 foot. I got a lot of buddies that are getting them in 20 foot right now. So, you know, you kind of got to figure that out. You got all the time in the world to get out there. So, just an amazing walleye population. A lot of guys are switching over to crawler harnesses now too. I just don't like messing with worms. Maybe if I got into it, I'd get into more the gulp worms, you know, all those little fish, picking them off nonstop. So we got some good fishing coming up here, but it's time to transition over to that summertime bite. And be careful with all the power boats out there this weekend. You guys know how it is. And have a good time out there. I'll be working this weekend. I got suckered into it, but no rest for the wicked, they say. Good fishing, everybody, and maybe Sunday I'll make it out, but I doubt it. Next Sunday, maybe I'll get out somewhere, maybe do a little saugeye, maybe go up to Erie. So, good luck, everybody. Like, subscribe. Thank you.